How's it going, guys? Just hit level 97 on my Spectral Helix Deadeye. And today I have my 6th link, which means I was able to put in Trinity, which is a ton of more elemental damage. It's up to like 30% more elemental damage and 16% elemental penetration, which is fantastic. So in order to do this, I had to replace added cold damage with added lightning damage because my flat cold damage was too high. So the way it was before, I can kind of show this. The way it was before, my flat cold damage, the low end, the 3,444, the low end of my flat cold was higher than the top end of my lightning and the top end of my fire. So I would always, no matter what, my highest damage among the 3 elements would be cold. So then I wouldn't be able to proc Trinity. So by putting in added lightning damage and removing that cold, sort of balances things out a bit. Since lightning has a big range, there's chances that my highest damage type of the hit can be cold or can be fire, whereas like most often it will be lightning. So now there's a more even split, so I can gain the resonance for Trinity. So what else? In doing this, I did the same thing that I did before. Was I like pulled back a little bit on the damage to like increase the survivability because I'm already getting a bunch of extra damage. So I removed the crafts on my amulet that was giving me flat lightning damage, and now it's giving me -7 mana cost of skills because going from the 5 link to the 6 link, the cost of skill went up. And then I replaced my ring that I had here. It's not too much better. It's a little bit of extra rarity, which is nice, especially in this league. But also life, some accuracy, crit chance, and an open prefix, so I can craft another -7. So now my skill costs 8 mana. It still drains my mana because I have so much speed. But with the leech that comes back up, it's not an issue with casting my other skills. I have enough regen because I helped Alira. So after that, I removed these 3 passive points that I had in influence. So I'm pulling back a little bit on my precision, haste, and grace effect. But I didn't need the bulk of unreserved mana anymore, and I moved those points down here into these 3 blind nodes. So this gives me a 30% chance to blind on hit. I get increased critical 75% crit chance against blinded enemies. And then with the other 2 points, I had to work in some strength and intelligence magic to make things work. I had to drop some gem levels on the strength gems, the Enduring Cry, Ancestral Protector, Steel Skin. Not ideal, but it allowed me to replace this ring, which was a slight upgrade. Still not happy with this, but I want to replace this ring with the Taming once I get that. For a long time, it was recommended to me that I should run the projectiles deal 20% increased damage for each enemy pierced, which I was doing for the longest time. Once I got my 6th link, I changed this projectile mastery to more projectile speed. So the difference here is that with more projectile speed, my Helix gets to its farthest out radius faster, which is going to help clear speed, because like I only need 1 or 2 hits to hit, like kill something. Like I don't want to constantly be running along only killing stuff in this tiny little circle as I'm getting to it. I want it to spread out faster. So it's possible that if I were to remove this and change it to less projectile speed, you should be able to notice the difference here. Now it goes slower, but I can stack up more hits at a time. So the more projectile speed definitely helps with the clear speed of the skill. And then I grab this mastery to give me crit chance increased by my spell suppression, and that is like another 100% crit chance. Pretty nice. And then I got this 2% of life regeneration while moving. Because I had removed that previously, but this is the only source of life regen I have. I think that's pretty much it. I did replace some gloves in the process of swapping out this ring. These have spell suppression on them, double flat to attacks, good life, open suffix, and I haven't hit the implicits that I want on this. The Eater of Worlds implicit is good. Spell suppression's probably better, but I am doing a decent chunk of fire damage, so I'm not inflicting fire exposure with the Hydrosphere. It can only inflict cold and lightning exposure, so that does give me fire exposure. And then the Exarch implicit, what I want is chance to intimidate on hit. That'll be a 10% more damage. The goal for today was to kill Maven, but since I've run all of the Elder Slayers with Maven influence, I've run all of the Formed with Maven influence, and I have not gotten an invitation for the Elder Slayers or the Formed. And I've even killed Shaper, so I've done a lot of Guardians. Let's see here. Okay, I still got 2 extra of these. I've got a bunch of extra Elder Guardians, and as far as the Elder goes, I just haven't gotten an Eradicator. So can't do Maven if we're not getting invitations, and I'm not farming the 10 maps when I lose out on my Eater of Worlds progress. So instead, I'm going to run another one of these memories, and then I guess we'll settle on killing Sirus instead. So Niko, I'll show you the breach one this time. Map's already rolled. 150% increased AoE is a lot, but we should be okay. Let's do this. So there's going to be these tiny breaches all over this map, and they open fast. And there's a chance for the breach splinters to drop as breach stones, and there's 15 of these, 14 of these in this map. Hey, look at that. More stuff than I can pick up. I have yet to see a breach stone drop from one of these. But they do open and close so quickly, and the last time I was running these, I did not have the 6 link yet. So I definitely was not as capable of mowing through these. But if you can't kill the rares, your chances of getting the breach splinters is really low, and they've got double life. Like, all the breach monsters have double life, so you've got to be able to rip them apart. And even with the damage I have, which is not bad. Yeah, I got. It's hard to get a lot out of these, unless you've got to build this like really spec for it to juice these breach stones. I've also I don't think my Atlas passive tree affects this map, but I've also been starting to farm heists. I turned ritual off. Yeah, just starting to build up a heist bank because eventually it's going to have to happen. Yeah, there's a Cassia in this map, which I haven't gotten oils from Cassia except for like my very first anoint. So I could probably have a better anoint, but not yet. Come on, die. No. Yeah, the density is really nice, but I don't have enough time to kill the rares. Which eventually we'll get there. I could probably have way more damage if I was just like spamming maps, trying to farm for essences and just relentlessly went after that. But I am trying to level. And there are now 2 Deadeyes on the ladder ahead of me that have headhunters. So one of them is made it to level 99. I don't think I'm going to make it to 100 before they do, because with their headhunter they've been pushing. The other person is doing some rarity farming. I really don't have any interest in what's going on in Trade League, where people are like paying people to come in their maps and cull stuff, and that's the most efficient way to play. I really have no interest in being any part of that. But like, playing SSF, like, I'm more than welcome to take on the challenge. Like, oh, I need to make a rarity farming character to, like, play at this, even though it's going to get changed. Like, there's no way. I don't see GG wants to keep the game in the state that it is, where people are leaving their map, trying to swap gear to get the most out of the rewards. It's probably not the best gameplay loop, probably not what they're after, but I'll play along. Wow, that's the meta, so I want exalts, I want to metacraft stuff, and still raking in more divines than exalts, though today I've gotten more exalts than divines. The first day where the exalt total is more than the divine total of the league for me. Ow. Yeah, they have more damage too. Well, you just died. It died. It scales up per, like, map on the chain of these as well. So these get harder. They weren't double life on the first one. Alright, so then I can go back to Niko. And then I can roll the next map. Now they're going to have 120% max life, 60% increased damage, and there's going to be 16 of them. And then it moves it along the path. So this is the last one of them. Like how the one of these I did yesterday had 4 essences with Rogue Exiles. Now this one has 5, and it keeps going up through the chain, making it more intense. So I guess next, let's go fight Sirus. So to do Sirus, we're going to make one little switch here. We are going to... Corrupting Blood cannot be inflicted on you. We're ailment immune. Let's get a few more regrets. We don't need to blind him because all he does is spell damage. We could even turn off Grace completely because we do not need evasion for this fight. And with those points, I'm going to get more Chaos Res, because he does Chaos damage on stuff. But we should be good with that. Alright, I've never done this fight with Whirling Blades, so hopefully that doesn't bite me too hard. I do have a Frost Blink when I need it, but it's not on my normal movement skill button. So we shall see what happens here. Should be pretty simple, just a normal Sirus. Since I have spell suppression, I can just sit and face tank him. Easy peasy. Alright, here we go. Final phase. It's pretty crazy how much easier normal Sirus is compared to Uber Sirus, which I am like 0 for 9 on my attempts at Uber Sirus last league before I got hit by lightning. So I still have not beaten Uber Sirus. A bad spot to put that. Just stand and tank these if I wanted to. Spell suppression. You come into this fight with cap spell suppression, like, he cannot do damage to you, especially if you have Chaos Res. You get hit by that meteor, you're still gonna die. But these beams are really dangerous too. Oh, it's 42. I don't know what's happening there. Some new computer kinks stole the workout. Happens every single time. Timer gets to 42. A little lag spike. I'll find out what it is though. It would have been nice if he took that opportunity to switch to a favorable rotation for me. You want him to do that split phase, like, while the beams aren't up. Because then the entire time the beams are up, you can damage him. He's gonna go from this into the split phase, and it wastes so much time with these beams. Oh, that's death. I walk through the beam. That is not being familiar enough with my buttons in this fight. Because I'm pretty sure if I whirling blades through that beam, I'm getting hit by it anyways. Like, I'd probably be better off just like put Frostblink on here. I get one movement and it's on this button. I'd be more comfortable with the fight that way. He takes way less damage during this like, wall phase. Can't really get a lot of damage in on him there. Okay, he let me get a decent chunk in. Alright, I need to test it. Like, while we're here, where is Whirling Blades? Okay, no, you really can't. You can Whirling Blades across that. That's cool. You gotta really position it well. That's good to know. Then it's back to not being able to damage Sirus. Wow, I really misjudged that. Oh, come on. Well, I got a savior. Wow. How's it rolled? 12% attack speed? Oh, wow. We can't divine this. Okay, we got a savior. I've never played a savior build. That could be something that happens. Wow. That is very cool. Okay, so we'll add that to our show and tell tab. So, while fighting all the conquerors, I got a Warlord's Exalt. Forgot to show these jewels off yesterday. I have an 8 passive fire cluster and an 8 passive minion damage cluster. These are all the clusters that I've picked up so far. Not many. So, that's just been a few. Okay, so, then, yesterday I was trying to craft a claw. I ended up using the rest of my essences before speccing out of the essence stuff, so I'm not getting any more at this point. So, I was able to craft this claw. It hit essence, and then it hit T1 flat cold damage. So with T1 crit multi. So I scouted it out just a tiny bit. I crafted the chaos attack speed, and it wasn't quite there. Like this does not beat the claw that I have because of the flat crit chance and the attack speed. Maybe I get a beast and I gamble a prefix into suffix. That seems crazy, but maybe I could do that. Probably a better idea is try and save up for one of these crafts. There is a speed one. Remove and random not influenced mod, so I could force craft a speed, but then I still have the mana there. Or I could also force craft a crit. Try and get crit chance. These are expensive, and I've fought like 7 harvest bosses, and I've not gotten Heart of the Grove yet. Okay, then there's the next claw. This one I picked up off of the ground. T2 fire, T5 cold, T3 lightning, 2 open suffixes. This one also did not cut it with the chaos attack speed. Like both of these probably would come pretty close to the damage of this claw with the Exalt attack speed craft. They'd be pretty close, but still I'm rocking with this one. Then I dropped a 6-link bow and add it to my 6-link tab. I've got 2 now. I've got a Harbinger bow and a Sniper bow and an item level 63 Vol Greatsword. This dropped while leveling. So that's my 6-link stash along with my chest now. And then, like, there's nothing to do with these items anymore. I used to get these items from Betrayal all the time. They drop with an aspect on them. And then you could take these into Harvest, and then you could convert them into lures. And now like, these items that are dropping are basically useless. Nothing to do with those. Next, Guff crafting bench in Betrayal. Chaos spammed this belt. That is a T1 fire res, T1 lightning res, T1 life regen, T2 life with an open prefix. I actually exalted it to hit the energy shield because I had exalts in that Luna window too. So yeah, that's amazing. I can't just throw that on because it requires shifting other gear around and resistances places, which I could do. But yeah, that's something I have in SSF. That's amazing belt right there. Then I found this shield while cleaning out my dump. 320 ES with crit chance to spells and +1 lightning gems and 40 fire res. Ridiculous. Like, just insane shield this is. Yeah, perfect 90 on the flat on the titanium. That's crazy. But then I dropped a Rumies. I got a Lion's Roar. I got a Gift from Above. This is really good for rarity farming bosses. Up to 50% rarity on this with a bunch of extra crit chance. I got a Call of the Brotherhood. I saw the 2-stone ring drop and I got excited. And then it was a Call of the Brotherhood, which is... I'm also excited to see, but it did not complete my taming. I dropped another Algrim Mortis gloves. These ones are much better rolled than the last ones, with a 35% max roll on the enemies in your chilling areas take increased lightning damage. Like, it'd be a shame if I don't get to use these gloves on something this league. Got a pair of gold rim boots, 18% on the quant. Then I got a pair of Doxica. I got a Crimson Storm. I will unveil those. And look at this Parapisha shield. This is ridiculous. Like, I feel like I have to make a build around this now. Because everything that rolls on this rolls from like 1 to 20. Okay, it rolls 1 to 3 lightning gems, it hit 3. It rolls 1 to 20 attack speed, it hit 19. 1 to 20 cast speed, it hit 20. 300 to 400 evasion and ES, it hit 396, 4 off. A little low on the mana from 1 to 75, it hit 30. And then 1 to 20 on movement speed, it hit 16. With implicit chance to avoid ailments, evasion rating, and percent armor. Like that, I don't know. This is the best Parapisha shield I've ever seen. And I got this in SSF. It blows my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about what 3-link lightning gem I could put in here to supplement whatever else I got going on. Something in the future, but probably something in line with these two items is getting used for my next build that I make. And I think that's it. I gotta go through these. These are about to need their own tab, but I'm waiting for more buffs for that. So let's see what the Crimson Storm gives us. This is a bleed fizz bow. I guess we take dex into attack speed. Not great on that. What about the Paradoxica? Okay, we got fizz poison. It's fine. What do we get here? Cast speed, chance to deal double damage while focused. Well, attacks with this weapon deal double damage, so that's useless. Strength, dex, accuracy, arcane surge is useless. So yeah, kind of rip on the Paradoxica as well. But I will keep pushing on this. I do want to take down Maven tomorrow. Hopefully with another 100 maps it's going to take me to get to the next level. I will finally get the invitation that I need. But that's going to do it for me for today. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just below the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.